YouTube, what is going on? Twitch, how you doing, everybody? Damn, there's a lot of people on here. What's up, Ian? What's up, Amicio? What's up, Blackbird Slasher? Not from Keda, Lucifer, Gabriel. What's going on? What's up, Angry Chair? How you doing? Shouting Cup. Why does it say Doggy G in the description? Because he's coming. What do you mean? Doggy G today. So if you're not familiar with Doggy G, he's a good friend of mine. One of the dopest hackers I've ever met. Tommy DeVos, aka Doggy G. He's also a $1 million hacker on HackerOne's platform. I'm going to bring him on here in a little bit. I think he should be ready for us in just a minute. But while we are waiting for him, chat, tell me, what do you want us to do as far as Recon? So for those of you that are new to the show, if you haven't watched the stream before, or if you're watching this on YouTube later on, I changed the format from guest interviews to actually bringing out some of the hackers and putting them on the stream and having them show me how they do their Recon. So we're going to have a target picked by you guys. Chat's going to pick up a target for us, and we're going to go after it. Rule number 1, no Verizon Media. Multiple reasons. 1, that's his main program that he makes money on. We should respect it, not ask him to do a program where he makes majority of his money from. So we're not going to ask him to do Verizon Media. I know a lot of you guys love hacking Verizon Media. I love Verizon Media myself, but we're not going to go down that route. Let's respect that. And it doesn't matter, right? Like, no matter what program we give him, the process is going to be the same. Number 2, this is not, the point of the stream isn't to have them show us everything. It's not that they're going to show us their secrets, how they hack. Just the point is for me to show you guys that everybody does Recon. It's differently, but at the root of it, it's all similar. And I kind of want to show that pattern to you guys by bringing out these guests and letting them show us how they hack. I love DoD. I love the idea. Everyone in chat saying DoD. I love that. Maybe we can do the DoD program here in a bit. But keep throwing me the names of programs you want to see while we wait. And that's it. Those are the 2 rules. Remember, the point of the stream isn't to just do a whole session on Recon. It's not a course. It's not a boot camp. It's not a class. It's just us getting a sneak peek of how top hackers like the Doggy G do their Recon. And we get to ask them questions. You guys get to ask them questions. And we get to hang out for an hour. I'm going to try and cap this video to an hour. So right now I am looking at about 40 minutes left because I want to make sure this is short enough for people on YouTube to actually watch and enjoy. So we're going to try and keep it short, and we're going to keep it sweet. For those of you that are going to stick around and you're watching this live, we tested this out yesterday. So if you don't know, if you're watching this on YouTube, I do go live every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sundays are where we do Recon and I bring out a guest. But today, after the interview, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play chess. I'm going to let you guys beat me at chess. We're going to pick 3 to 5 people. I'm going to take 3 subscribers and 2 randoms to come and play with me. I'm going to let you guys beat me, obviously, because I suck at chess, but that's fine. I'm good with that. And we're going to have some fun. What do you think, chat? Who's up for some chess? Let's see. Let me see if Doggy G is ready. All right, chat. You ready for Tommy? If you're ready for Tommy, I need you to blast some emotes, cover up my screen with some emotes, and let's bring him on. Have you ever checked SpaceLink program until now? Have not. Where can I learn stuff like hacking? Here's a beginner's playlist and can use. My alerts aren't working apparently, so I see you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for hyping it up. Let's welcome Doggy G to the stream, and hopefully he is already on this chat that we have. Okay, let's give some more time. I think he's getting ready. So let's see what targets we're going to do. I saw a lot of people saying DoD. DoD seems to be a good choice. I'm with it. But what else? Give me some more targets. We did Snapchat last week with Patrick. The video for that will be up sometimes tomorrow, maybe sometimes next week. Depends on if I can get to it or not. But I like DoD so far. I need to give, I'm going to make a poll as soon as you guys give me some programs to put on there. PayPal, okay. OnlyFans, Red Bull, Twitter, okay. I see you. IBM's a good one. PayPal, okay. Let's create a poll. Hold on, let me see some options. What's up, Optional? How you doing, bud? All right, so Apple, DoD, Ash Fox, the true OG Nahomi's here. What's up? Thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it as always. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. So we did Apple, DoD, Red Bull. Okay, Red Bull I could do. What else? PayPal. Okay, PayPal's we can do PayPal, I think. Okay. All right, so send me some more options. So far we have Apple, DoD, Red Bull, PayPal. What else? Discord, Instagram. No, nothing. Instagram. I think Tommy's here. Oh, what's up, man? Let me turn off my loud music really quick. How you doing, man? I can hear you. Chat, can you hear Tommy? I just bumped his audio. I'm gonna switch over to a screen here in a sec. Let me know if you can hear him. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Not bad, man. Not bad. It's been a while since you and I have gone to hang out like this and done some stuff.
Yeah, it definitely has. Let's see. Why is it not loading this? Let's see. I'm trying to get logged into my Twitch account thing, and for some reason the video for your channel is not loading for me.
Do you have burp running in the background, or you have proxying yourself?
What I'm checking now. Nope, I don't have it up.
Well, while you figure that out, man, how you been? How's everything? It's been a while. I haven't seen you, of course, because of these life hacking events not happening. I don't get to really see you much. How's life?
Things have been going pretty well. I started my new job last month, and that's going really well. It's I'm liking it even more than I expected to like it, and everybody that I work with are just like really cool people and everything. I'm getting ready to launch a bug bounty program.
Where did you go to? Where'd you end up going?
Say what?
What company did you end up going to?
A company called Braze.
Oh, nice.
It's definitely a lot of fun. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, I know you were in the market looking. I didn't know if you finally settled. I heard you got a job. I just didn't follow up to see where you ended up going. That's very cool, man. I'm glad you got a job that you're enjoying, and it looks like you're going to be launching a bug bounty program, which sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that part of it because I've never gotten to see the bug bounty stuff from that side. I've always been on the side of the research. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to do it and hopefully end up running a really good program.
Do you think, are you ready for all the things? How do I say this nicely without sounding condescending? Are you ready to be hassled, my guy?
I don't know. I'm hoping that it won't be too bad, but I guess we're going to see.
Is that the guy that loves Nissan Skylines? Are you the guy that loves Nissan Skylines?
Yeah, just a little bit.
You only have, what, like 3 of them?
I've got 2, unless you count my Infinity. I've got an Infinity G37 that is technically a Skyline. So if you want to get technical, then I have an R32 GTR, an R32 GTS, and a 370 GT.
And someone said I thought you had way more.
Well, I also have a Mark IV Supra. And
you have a Supra, that's dope.
Yeah, I got a 93 Japanese imported Mark IV back in...
Oh, yeah, that was a few years ago, right?
Nah, September. This past September.
Wait, didn't you get an imported one a few years ago, too?
Not a Supra. I bought... my Skylines are imported.
Skyline was imported, yeah, okay. I remember seeing you tweet about it. That's dope.
Yeah, they're my babies.
So I put up a poll right now to chat while we were chit-chatting with the chat, no pun intended. There were 4 suggestions: Apple, DoD, Red Bull, and PayPal. Right now, looking at the poll right now, I see that DoD is in the lead with 44% of the votes. So,
so when it comes to DoD, I prefer not to hack free programs. So
So we're not. So the thing is, I wanna. The whole point of the stream is so you to kind of show. If someone gives you a target, you get a bug bounty program invite that's like star.site.com, everything they own. What do you do? How do you do some recon? We're gonna put like 30, 40 minutes on the clock, so not too much. We don't expect you to like, it's 30 minutes, right? You can't cover everything. You can't show everything you do.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
at a low level, what's the first few things you do, right? And you talk us through.
We can do the DoD then, and then I can just sit there in the recon that we end up going through with this. At the end, I'll post the recon for people places so that they can download it and use that to maybe they can attack it if they want to.
Oh wait, Apple's coming up. It's 1% Apple DoD now. Holy shit! All right, chat, you gotta hurry up. Get those votes in. I'm gonna vote DoD just so we don't do Apple because I'm spiteful like that. There we go.
I voted for the DoD too.
All right, get your last minute votes in. There's a few more minutes left. Outside of Hockey Mount, how's everything else? How are you dealing with the quarantine?
Quarantine hasn't really been bad. It's like, I mean, most of us hackers don't really do a whole lot anyway.
Right.
It's like we're used to hanging out at home for long periods of time. And it's like, since I started my new job, there's times where I don't leave my house at all for like 3 to 5 days in a row. And then when I finally do leave, I run up to the gas station to get cigarettes or drinks or something. And then I come right back home.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, I agree with like not going anywhere. It doesn't affect me that much, but it's like those random going to the bar or random going on a trip. Those are the things that like were super
I miss the
normal.
trips. I miss the trips and the live hacking events.
It's been a while, man. I think hopefully with these vaccines coming out, we get to finally hang out and see people because it's been a while since I've seen some of my friends and then getting drunk.
It's been almost a year now because the last one we had was H1, 4, and 5.
I think February 17th was when we did 415.
Yeah.
All right, the votes are very, very close. Apple has 63 votes.
Apple took the lead.
DoD has 64 now. Okay, we're in the lead, and chat's just going crazy. I've never seen so many votes for. It's such a big competition right now. Yo, use some of your channel points. Come on. If we get DoD to 70, we'll start on DoD. Come on, chat. 2 more votes. Do you still hack on a Razer laptop? Someone wants to know.
Yes, though I did my Razer Blade Stealth that I was using for the last couple of years. Ended up having some problems. My Linux operating system ended up crashing somehow. Forced me to do some updates. Yeah, the Fedora forced me to do 2 major updates on the OS to get it working again, and there were problems with the battery after doing that. So I finally transferred over and started using my newer Razer Blade 15 instead.
What happened to getting a MacBook Pro, bro? What happened?
It's right there. It's my work computer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. It's right there.
Man, we gotta get you some cable management. I'm getting my OCDs like driving me insane.
All of those cables that are up there are for the new monitor that I haven't set up yet. My cables are run decent. Like I've got them zip tied together and zip tied to different parts, like legs of the desk and stuff, to try to keep it at least somewhat neat.
Yeah, my desk itself looks clean with cables, but what's behind the desk doesn't count because I don't see it, so it doesn't count.
And yeah, I got 4 screens. You got the screen for the laptop and 3 monitors.
But you separate them from work, and like you use 2 or you use all 4 at the same time.
I use all 4 at the same time. So when I sit here, this is where I normally sit to while I'm working every day. And I have it so that on the screen that's to my left, there's only 1 screen to my left, and that screen is for Burp. And then the screen in front of me is for mostly web browsers or anything that I'm working on, like specifically like right then there. Area. The first screen to my right is a little it's some note app that's on a Mac, so that I can have different various notes on whatever I'm working on at the time or things that I want to remember and easily access. And then the last monitor shows the terminal.
Someone says a screen just for bitchy emails from HR.
Hey, so far I haven't gotten in trouble with HR.
I'm proud of you, man. That's a big move for you. All right, so it looks like DoD won with 101 votes. Thank you for
Oh,
everybody that
Jesus.
supported DoD.
When it uploaded.
Let's. I'm gonna have you switch your screen and share it, and then I'm gonna switch mine to more focused on you. So let's do
So
this,
let's see here.
and hopefully the chat works. Unless I broke it again, I did break it. Let me see if I can add the chat live.
I'm closing some things real quick.
Okay, let me fix something really quickly because that's not what I wanted to do. Where's my chat? I had a chat right here yesterday.
Entire screen. I'm gonna. Oh, hold on. Let me clear my history. I mean my Actually,
do your thing while you can. I'm gonna put a chat up here so people could see the questions that are coming in from the chat. They want a Skyline stream. All right, when pandemic's over, I'm gonna fly out to Tommy and we're gonna stream straight out of a Skyline at one point.
There we go. We can do that. How fast have you been in a car? What's the fastest you've been?
I've done 140 in my car. I have a 330. Okay. I've done 140 in it.
Well, we'll set a new high score for you. And how
that would be lovely, my friend. As long as you're behind the wheel and not me, will be solid.
Yeah, I got you.
So I'm not putting you on the screen right now on purpose, just because I saw you had the link for the chat open earlier. I'm going to switch to you now.
Okay, yeah.
You ready? Yeah, I had people trolling me last week and they keep joining me and it got annoying. Someone said that's cute. The doggy G saying that's cute to my 140 miles an hour.
I've had my car up to 193 so far.
Oh shit, that's pretty good. On a freeway or on a
yeah, on an interstate.
Oh, god damn. All right.
On the interstate.
All right, we have to. Yeah, we're gonna do a stream from. I'm gonna get banned for going 193 in a interstate. All right, you're up, my friend. I have you on the screen. Let's do DoD. We can do just start.mail, or we can just pick a DoD domain. Which one would you want to do?
We can do start.mil because I can show, I guess, what I would do to start that process.
Okay.
Oops. There we go. Site.
So the first thing you're doing is looking for any sites that ending in a .mail, and then you're looking for extensions of PHP. Why do you do PHP? Why do you do extensions in general?
Well, I just wanted it to pull up a bunch of different things for the mill, so that way I could find different domains like this, nga.mil, army.mil, metc.mil, things like apps.mil, things like that, so then I can do the subdomain discovery on that.
Okay. So once you have that, so what is your next step?
Aquatone. But I always forget what I write. So,
same. I know exactly what you mean.
All right. I guess we.
Thank you for that gifted sub, Ash. I appreciate you so much.
The what?
Someone just gifted you a sub to my channel.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
JP contributed 20,000 channel points. Holy crap! Thank you, JP.
Aquatone. Is it Enum? Oh no, I'm not supposed to be doing Aquatone.
Do me a favor, really quick, Tommy, if you can, just do a Control++ to zoom in on your screen a little bit. After you cleared that on your screen, so no one sees what you were hacking on.
Well, I needed that. Damn it! Hold on.
Here, let me switch your screen, and you can do that really quick. All right, I'm gonna let Tommy do his thing really quickly. But yeah, I just want you to zoom in a little so people could see what you're typing. It's usually Control or Command ++. Yeah, the other way. You did minus just now.
Like this?
Yeah.
You want me to make that bigger for them to see?
Yeah. Do the font a little bit bigger on.
There we go.
Can you do a little bit? Can you do like 3 more of those? It has to be like giant. Yeah, a couple more. There we go. That's better. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, bringing you back.
That's big. That's big.
I know, dude.
Just so you know, this is going to drive me nuts because it's going to make text wrapping and stuff, but it's okay.
All right. Chat, let me know if you see it. It should be visible. So.
No shit. I want to change the domain.
That's all good. Make sure the directory is changed too, because you're in your.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give him some time. He's gonna do his commands. I understand the feeling of not knowing the commands anymore because of how many times you have relied on your shortcuts, right? And that's really, really helpful to have those shortcuts.
Recon make directory.
So one of the things that really helps while Tommy's doing this is organizing your domains or your data. You see me do recon data, and then every company has its own domain, and then they have assets, and each asset is a domain, and then each domain has subdomains and so on. So that's kind of what Tommy's doing right now. He's doing startup mail, and he's gonna run a mass. He's gonna enum. He's gonna brute force, and then he's gonna write it out to apps.mil, right?
Yeah, and so in my bounty directory, that's where I keep all of my tools, all the recon and stuff like that. And inside of recon, I break it down to whatever the target is. Like since we're looking at star.mil, I created a directory that just says star and then .mil, and I'm going to put everything for this into that same directory. Normally, I would break it down by either the program name or the main page or main website that
Got it.
I'm going to be talking.
So right now you're using apps.mil, right? For this one, we're doing apps. For this one, we're doing apps.mil.
That's the particular domain we're doing on this one, and then I'll run through and do this on at least a handful of the ones that come up on the first one or two pages.
Okay.
And then once they get done, I'll start doing some other things like running. That's when I'll run Aquatone on it to port scan it and take screenshots. And then while Aquatone's running on this stuff, I'll keep running other instances of AMAS to build as big of a subdomain list as I can.
Is AMAS your go-to subdomain source?
Now it is because of when I switched to this computer. I used to use an older version of Aquatone that let me brute force subdomains and stuff too, but I don't know where to find it anymore because it's not like it's been updated a lot now, so it doesn't do that anymore the same way.
Okay.
So I switched to AMAS when I switched to this computer.
For for the brute forcing, are you using a custom word list of your own, or did you download one?
I've got I downloaded all of the sec list.
Oh, okay.
Domains, or not domains, but the every single one of their word list, and I use a bunch of those word lists in like various things like subdomain discovery and then the file brute forcing and stuff like that.
So just to make it easier, just because we're a little bit tight on time, let's just stick to apps.mil because you already started apps.mil and you have to halfway through. What do you do while you wait for this to happen? Are you just chilling, hanging out, and wait, or do you do other Google Dorking or anything like that for the particular?
Normally I wait first, but I guess since we're gonna do just this subdomain for now, we can start doing it like this. And then let's see. What is safe?
Okay, so you're doing Google Dorking on apps.mil and still looking for extensions with filed with PHP.
Now, yeah, so I just like targeted PHP, so I'll look for that first, and then if it either doesn't find any or doesn't find much, then we'll switch it to like ASP or ASPX.
And then just do every extension JSP and
else. Just try a bunch of different extensions while I'm waiting for this to finish, and then even when that finishes, I'm gonna sit there and run Aquatone on it, and then all of the web servers that it finds, I'll go through and do like a Google search for like the site equals that web server, and then I'll look for extensions that Google might have found for pages on it.
Okay.
And then that way, when I run my content discovery with dir search, I have an idea of what extensions to use and stuff like that, because I don't want to sit there and waste time by running PHP files on an ASP website.
Yeah. So you're leveraging Google to do your recon on what extensions they're using,
and to kind of like narrow down what I'm going to be targeting.
Gotcha. Okay. So
or at
let's
least the file types.
so let's get some of this PHP stuff that you found for app submail, if you don't mind.
Right. There
It
was
looks like
only
apps.
the one domain,
Oh,
safe,
weed.
and I think, yeah, it's the only subdomain that had a PHP files,
Okay.
but we'll see what it is used for.
So now that you know this website has PHP, I'm assuming then we're gonna go and just run everything PHP on here.
Yep.
Which
Okay, so I really like to see things like this name,
okay.
because it's a super simple name. It's kind of self-explanatory if we knew, like if we were actually using this as like somebody that's supposed to be using it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means when we run our content discovery, I feel like there's a pretty good chance of finding some other PHP files on here because the name is in all lowercase, and it's like I feel like that's a semi-common word.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're gonna be able to find other things.
For the sake of the stream and not getting in trouble for finding a random vuln, we'll skip the directory search part. I just want to make sure I protect you from any issues
Okay,
happening.
good idea.
I
Good
don't want
idea
to see.
because
Yeah,
it's the military. We're not supposed to tell people about bugs until they're fixed and stuff.
right.
So
So I just want to kind of get
they
the idea of what you would do. Yeah, but what you say makes sense, right? Like you know the site runs PHP. You have done your homework at this point, right? You go grab the best PHP directory brute forcing file. You can use secless. You can use, I think Shops is a really good one on Asset Notes wordless site.
yeah, I grabbed every single one of those, and I plan each time they're updated. I plan to keep those,
Mm-hmm.
and those lists are probably the first ones that I would run on this page. I
Nice.
mean, on this server would be any of the ones that are either PHP like directly, or any of the ones that would be like uh, at least for a PHP server. Like I would also try still things like HTML,
Yeah.
HTML, and JS and stuff like that.
What do you do like for web servers? Because this is one of the common questions that I get a lot in the chat. Is like, what do I do if a website is showing me a 403, a 401, or is showing me the Apache index file?
Okay, so the Apache index file, uh, I don't really like seeing that one just because I found a lot of times that seeing the Apache index file, it's because the server has, well, at least nothing that I was able to find on it.
Yeah.
Now 403s I like to see because that means there's something on that server, most likely.
Right.
So
Something hiding.
I will try and find it. If I see a 403, then it's going to make me probably spend extra time
Right.
trying to do content discovery, just because it's like I'm pretty sure that something's there because they configured it to show that 403.
Okay. What about
So then
401s? You know, because some cases 401s happen. Do you still brute force?
401 is annoying me.
I know what you mean.
So sometimes with a 401, I'll actually spend some time looking for stuff, but a lot of times I just skip it just because I've found that a whole lot you get, like at least with dir search, that uh, the output from it can be really annoying sometimes on 401s because it's like sometimes it'll sit there and show 401 response for every single line in the file and stuff, and it's like it just makes it a pain in the ass to try to monitor it.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do for 401s with FUF is I'll go and directory brute force the entire directory or the entire web server, the root folder, but I'll exclude 401s because it gets annoying, you know. And then it's been funny seeing like stuff popping off as 200. And I'm like, how? Like, what did you fuck up here? You 401 the entire web root, but
yeah, you 401 everything except for like those specific files. That would definitely be. Well, unless it was the 401 was supposed to be for admin access, and then you found the files that were supposed to be normally used by users instead of admins.
While we wait for the recon to get done, do you want to show us some other Google Docs you usually do? Just like what are some of your favorite other Google Docs that you do? We
Let's
can go back
see.
to doing .mil for the Google Docs since
Yeah, we'll
apps.mil
do
is a little
that.
small.
Um,
Thank you
so
for joining, Ash, and thank you for the raid and the gifted sub. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
.mil in URL.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're looking for stuff that has URL in it, I assume for SSRF or Open Redirect,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't look for open redirect, so I'm looking for SSR.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, I see what you mean. I know your love for SSR. So you're thinking about parameters that could lead into vulns, like at a high level, right?
Yeah.
Most of your focus is on
Things like IMG URL, SRC URL, remote underscore URL, or remote
okay.
URL with no underscore.
Could you zoom in on the screen a little
Um,
bit more, Tommy, just because people are saying that they can't see. Thank you so much. There we go.
how's that? Can y'all
Should
see
work.
that? All right,
Um,
so
so you're doing
um,
source URL, image URL. Okay.
I'm not a robot. Buses.
I'm gonna make you do that while you're doing that. There we go.
All right.
So looking for admin. So I'm assuming you're looking for admin pages and not like admin dogs. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So at a high level, for people that are
I
watching
can,
this, it's the point. I mean, Tommy's doing admin particularly to look for admin logins, but the whole thing is finding juicy folders, right? Like you can find admin, you
yeah.
can find API, you can find login, that sort of stuff.
Yep. And actually, API is a good one too because, well, ooh,
API
there's
resources. So in URL is very, very powerful, especially if you know what you're looking for. And it pretty much what it does, it's obvious as it sounds. It looks for cached URLs, and it looks to see if a particular keyword, in this case admin or API, are within that URL's text. Why do you look for
so
XLX?
because people could accidentally post what's it called, the XLS files, and just have information that they probably shouldn't have posted online. Sometimes you can find PII getting leaked,
Oh
or
shit!
sometimes even logins because people are just stupid. Another thing is like a
And I
PDF
quote: "People are just stupid."
in URL or in
So PDF and then in title.
setup.
So you're looking for like
These are
installations,
things
like
like
files.
setup documents and stuff, because a lot of times you can look through those and find demo login information for different apps. And sometimes people put like screenshots and stuff of various things, and you can get access tokens at times from URLs that can be seen in screenshots. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it for something as big as the military, I can assure you it's happened at least before, if it's not currently happening. So just because there's so many websites and they have so many different people that are on here doing it, that yeah,
Yeah, and
you'd
I
be
think it gives
surprised.
you like additional folders to look for too, right? Like there's been
Yep.
times when I've seen like if website has 4 or 3, I Google for it, and it just pops up with like additional paths that I couldn't find with my directory brute
Yep.
forcing.
Nope.
Um,
So when it comes to a lot of the Googling stuff, especially when you're looking for like PHP pages and ooh, hold on. Oh,
thank God that was not
or
a. It's not what I thought it would be, but we're good.
oh,
But that's a good example though, right? Like right now, there is an Oracle service running on that website, and they have some of this stuff in the background, and you're looking for vulns. I usually throw just exploit DB at the end of it, make my life easier, dude. Don't know if you do that too, but I just have an exploit DB, and
no, I did not mean exploit space DB.
yeah, right there, Oracle WebLogic. Well, I mean, it's not WebLogic though, is it? That's smart though. Like this is a good example of showing finding something super random through Google Dorking, and Oracle is notorious for having vulns in every single product, right?
Yeah, it's there's probably vulns in it, even if they're not like public and stuff like that.
Right.
But and I don't know what the barrier to entry on getting something like that is. Like I don't know how easy it would be to like get Oracle Service Cloud to then just install locally or something and try to find bugs in it.
And I mean, it
I don't.
has admin in the folder too, right? So like, I'd assume there's other PHP files in that admin folder
Yep.
that's not launched.php.
Yep. And then like they force you to use either Internet Explorer or Edge.
Yikes.
But I guess we could probably like change our user agent and get it to still work.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We
That
can.
actually works. So I've tested a lot of different applications before that when you go to log into it, it says your browser's not supported or something like that. Because I
Yeah.
tend to use Firefox a lot when I'm doing bug bounties, and a lot of times they specifically say you need to use like Edge, Chrome, or IE, and they don't support
Yeah.
Firefox. And
Just
well,
about the user
change
agent in
your
Burp.
user, yeah,
Yeah.
change your user agent, and you'll bypass that almost always.
Um. All right. So we've done extensions. You did the in title. The title thing is really really small. Do you look anything for in text?
Yeah, sometimes I just chose to entitle the first time, but we'll look for in text and then um, I'm trying to think about their.
I think the best ones are extension, in URL, in text, in title, and I think we're missing one
In
more.
URL is probably the one that I use the most, just because a lot of times I'm looking like I'll pick an extension and say we picked GSP
Just like, ooh,
673. That's a
Tomcat,
deep one,
dude. Look at that
huh?
Tomcat right there. The second one.
Yeah. Um. So, what I think.
Can you open up that Tomcat when you get a chance? I
That
wanna,
one.
yeah,
Yep, I
when you
got you.
get a chance. I kind of want to pick your brain on something just because I know you go after Tomcat. So we're not gonna go after this one in particular, but I want to kind of click on this and talk through it. We don't have to do anything, to this particular one, but you see Tomcat coming up, whether it's in the signature or you see the default page like this one. What do you do? Obviously, host manager is one to go to.
First thing I do is click on those buttons to see if it works.
Okay.
You'd be surprised how many times, like when you're targeting a really big organization, how you'll get lucky at times and just literally be able to click on server status, manager
Hmm.
app, or host manager and have it take you there. Now, the newer versions of Tomcat, I think they make you set like specific users, like not specific users. They make you create users
Right.
when you do the setup and everything like that. So,
Do you brute
like
force for them?
when they're behind 401 a lot of times,
Yeah.
and well, it can be a pain in the ass trying to guess it because it's like they don't even have a specific admin account name that they have to use.
Right.
So it's not like, well, it's admin for the login. So you just have to prove the password. In this case,
Right.
you have to prove the username and password. So it can be a pain in the ass.
Do you usually,
I
if
don't
you see
really
a
try to,
Tomcat log,
I don't say that again.
I was gonna say when you see a login page, when you go to like manager app and it's behind 401, it asks you for username and password. Do you try and brute force for it, or do you just do a few guesses and leave it?
I do a few guesses and that's it. I'm not gonna try to brute force credentials for anything.
Okay.
Um, that's too much of a gray area. Some programs are okay with it, some aren't.
Yeah.
So I tend to avoid it completely because I'm not trying to get in trouble.
No, that's fair, man. That's really really fair. I think I like I brute force, but I don't do like thousands of them. I just have a list. It's like 20 usernames, 20 passwords. I just don't want to do that
There's
combination.
times where I might like say I know the login name is admin. I
Hmm.
might use the little like 50 top passwords.
Yeah.
What is it? Rock you, the Rock you
Yeah. Yeah.
list.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that would be the extent of any brute forcing I've ever tried.
That's
Most of
fair.
the time, when I have a 401 or even an admin login page, no matter what the architecture is JSP, PHP, HTML, whatever, I try like admin password, admin, and then no password, so like a null password. Um, guest, guest password.
Yeah, Tomcat
Um,
admin to admin Tomcat.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
password admin. Sorry, Tomcat password. Yeah,
But,
yeah,
but
just
yeah,
common ones.
just yeah, just a handful of usernames and a handful of passwords. That's it.
I think having like a list of 20 to 30 usernames and using them both for username and password is the easiest bet for Tomcat.
Yeah, that would probably be a good. Not even just Tomcat though. That would probably
Yeah,
be good to have just for like a generic admin or login page.
yeah, that's fair. All right, let's see
Because I
how
know.
your
Yeah, let's
mass
see
is
how
going
some
if you don't mind.
are
Man, it's
what?
finding a lot. So
Yeah.
you're still going strong. There's a lot of API stuff. How do you look at APIs usually? What's your go-to? If you go to an API site, it's let's say it's like Spring. It just gives you the Spring error, nothing found 404. What do you do?
Try and brute force simple things. Like
Okay.
I'll try site.com slash API slash a maybe a decent sized list of words. And then if that doesn't work, then I might do like slash v1 slash API slash the word list slash API slash v1 slash
So you
whatever,
enumerate
things
different
like that.
patterns of API and versions of it to see if you find something.
That and if it's like Unix system, then I'll try capitalizing, like putting API in all caps.
Smart. Yeah.
Um, just because, like, okay, so I'm pretty sure Windows, I know it didn't used to, but
I don't
Windows
think it
isn't
still
async
does.
sensitive.
Yeah.
So the directory capital A, capital P, capital I is the same as lowercase API on a Windows system, but they're completely different folders on a Unix system.
Right.
So I've seen caps enough in paths for domains and stuff that I always try it in all caps as well.
Do you use param miner or anything to mine for parameters after you find an endpoint?
Sometimes I have param miner and
Yeah.
I'll use it occasionally, but that's normally only I normally only use it when I see a page or see a server that I'm like really confident or find a page that I'm really confident is gonna like be leading to something.
Yeah.
And when I do like an all out assault on that page, it's param miner is one of the things that I'll include on it.
What do you use without, like, if you don't use parameter, are there any other tools you use for finding parameters when you find an API endpoint that throws a 200? You find, like, I don't know.
No, so a lot of times I found that when you get a correct API endpoint, a lot of times check to see if it's going to be you're sending JSON and stuff like that. And on a lot of APIs that I've messed with Verizon,
Mm-hmm.
you're actually able to like post it a JSON object and just put like uh, quotes with nothing in them
Empty
for
strings.
the name and the value of it, and then you'll have the API reply saying like air or give it a value for both of those, which is some random value, and it'll say um, that it's not one of the values that it needs, and then it'll list out the
Yeah,
various
yeah.
different values that or parameters that it actually wants.
Yeah, like invalid name
So
parameter not found or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
not found in the list of approved ones, and then it might say
Smart.
like ID, location, timestamp, or something like that.
Right. Smart. Um, Someone's in the chat asking if you hack a lot of Windows boxes, and if you do, do you use the IIS
Mm,
short name scanner for Windows at all?
I, I haven't tried that. I don't like Windows. I don't even know how to use Windows. Um,
This
but
guy has not been on a
I
Windows
like
machine in years.
I like targeting ASP servers
Okay.
just because. So when it comes to ASP servers, they've got this little thing, the dangerous input detector, to try and stop XSS and stuff.
Okay.
Well, I found a payload that if you're using the if you're using ASP and you're saving the information into a MSSQL database, and you're using the little dangerous input check, I've got payloads that bypass that.
Nice.
And then when it gets saved into the MSSQL database, it gets normalized. So then when it comes back out, it's actually using the correct characters needed to create stored XSS.
Nice. Yeah, going against Windows machines with like when it comes down to XSS and bypassing it, it's a pain in the ass. So I definitely understand the value of having payloads that work.
Yeah, I use them a lot on Synac.
Do you monitor new subdomains, or are you just running new scans every time?
Only company that I monitor for subdomains on is Verizon Media.
Okay, so that's for obvious
for
reasons.
them, I run subdomain discovery on them at minimum of 3 times a week, even though I haven't hacked them in 2 months.
Yeah.
But even though I'm not hacking them, I still run it because you never know when something's going to pop up for a short amount of time or be able to be seen, like in some type of recon for a short amount of time, and then disappear again, like as far as the host name and stuff. So I want to make sure that I've got as large of a list of targets for them as I can.
That's cool. Just to make sure we keep you on time, I don't want to take up too much of your time today on a Sunday. Let's see if you can. Let's see if any of the output files, like if Amass outputted anything to the folder, and if there is anything, let's see if it's usable with what you have for now. Let's go back to here. The subdomain monitoring is something that I've never done. I mean, I do it with recon.dev, but it's automated into it. But it's a good idea to do that. Will this be posted on YouTube?
I want to start doing some automation soon.
Yeah.
Just because since I'm back working a normal job and everything, I don't have as much time to spend doing a bunch of the little tedious tasks like recon and stuff like that. So I'm planning sometime in the next few weeks to like start writing my own automation and have like my own little setup going. So that way, when I do have time or the desire to sit down and hack, I can get right to hacking instead of having to do all of the recon and stuff like that. Unless it's a brand new program that I've never done before and like I'm just starting on it.
Fair enough. JP, hold that thought. We'll come back to it. Let's see what Tom's going to do with this, and then we'll come to that question. Don't let me forget, because I want to know that too. But let's do this first, and then we'll come back to it if you don't mind. So you use Aquatone for screenshots and port scanning to just speed up your process a little bit?
Yeah. Aquatone.
Do you want to look at your history? I can put it on me, so you can just do what you got to do and clear it.
Yeah.
So we'll go to me for now, so you can do that really quick. I'll wait for Tommy to figure this out. So what we're doing right now is we are, Amass isn't done with getting us data for our recon portion, but what it's done is it's taken out a good portion of the things that's found for us. We're going to use that data for now just to speed up the process for the stream. We're going to just use whatever data it's given us already, and we're going to go to the next step of, okay, right now we have our subdomains enumerated. These are the list of domains under apps.mail. So we did start.mail first. Now we're going after apps.mail as an example of a website that Tommy would go after. And he's going to run Aquatone with ports. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So on the right bottom corner, on here, right there, I'm pointing to it. We're going to do Aquatone on these domains. Do me a favor for the Aquatone one. Can you zoom in just a little bit? Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
I gotcha. Alrighty.
So you just throw it X large and it does 80, 81. Oh, okay. So you're doing the default X large from Aquatone. Smart.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Aquatone is does it still collect the response headers and everything and store it for you?
I think it does. So. I think so, because it tells you in its little report, it tells you what the website's running and stuff like that, or at least best guess of it.
Yeah, I think there's the HTML. I haven't used Aquatone in a while, but I think they have an HTML folder, and that's really, really helpful to figure out what
Yeah, it
they're
makes
running
it
on.
a lot easier because now when Aquatone finishes, I'll open up the HTML report page in my browser, and then I'll just scroll through that, looking at the screenshots and architecture and responses and stuff of any of the web servers that was open and everything, as kind of like a glance through it to see if anything jumps out at me as being like a based on the host name or the response or a page I might see. Then it's like checking it out, and it's like, okay, I need to go look at this page. Like when it comes to those Cisco ASA
Yeah.
devices, see a screenshot of that. It's like, okay, I definitely want to go look at that because I am going to go try the CVEs for it to see if it's an unupdated version.
That's my favorite question. Security is asking, does he still run all of his tools locally, including port scan?
Yep.
This
Yep.
man does not care about any WAFs.
Nope.
No WAFs given. All right, fair enough.
At times, like of course, I'm banned on a bunch of different WAFs and stuff like that, but I have a VPN from hidemyass.com that I pay for yearly. That's got at least, well, here in the US, it's got at least one IP address for the capital of every single state. And it's got at least one IP address from every country in the world, including like North Korea.
North Korea. You're just popping up in North
Yeah.
Korea and hacking stuff. I don't think we should do North Korea for the military websites today. I don't think that big idea.
I don't know that I've ever seen an actual North Korean website before.
I don't think I don't think it's accessible.
Yeah, it's
Some
probably not.
someone in chat's asking, can you explain what it means to run his tools locally? So what we mean is, so if you watch a lot of my streams, I like to run my tools from a virtual private server, so it's not my actual PC and on my own personal network. The point of doing that is so I don't get banned, but Tommy doesn't do this. Tommy does the exact opposite. He does it on his own network, on his own PC or laptop that he's using, and he relies on a VPN to stay away from it. And you can buy a VPN from Hide My Ass or any other providers for it. So let's look at the Aquatone output if you don't mind. And just kind of, I want to pick your brain on what you would. Oh, it's done already. That was fast. So I'm going to switch to me so you can copy and open those up. Give you some time right there. So Aquatone just did a scan, and we're going to do, we're going to see what it gave us. So if you want to do a VPS, by the way, you don't have to do it, but I'm giving away, well, I'm not giving away anything, but I have a $100 referral code. If you want to use it, you're more than welcome to. It's $100 free credit.
All right, that was wasted time.
So I'm assuming a lot of them were inaccessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Only 2 were.
Okay, let's just poke one of them. Let's just do the config mon API conference, whatever one. Yeah, let's just open it up. I mean, the whole point is just, okay, perfect example. You like 403s. So you're looking to, so whatever name of the subdomain is in there, I'm assuming that's what you're trying for.
Yeah, I'll look for things like that because a lot of times the subdomains will contain the name of the app or the company's abbreviation for it and stuff like that. So I found it's pretty common for at least a small portion of the subdomain to be the first folder, and then a lot of times it's in all caps or something like that. So definitely try parts of the subdomain as the first directory on that subdomain in all caps and lowercase, and maybe even not camel case, but like proper capitalization and stuff like that. Just
that's like really helpful for APIs too, right? Like when you see an API, it says something API, you put the name of it, you do that name dash API.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like here, I would look for the API like this or /comp/API.
No, that's not .mil specific. That's like it's like a rule of thumb, right? You go to a website, you don't see anything. It's 403, whatever it is. You take that first bit of the subdomain, whatever it is. It could be con, it could be conf, whatever. You pick that up and you put it as the folder name because that's the app's name, and a lot of times that's how they they name their applications in the the web root folder for it. Do you use any other tools outside of Aquatone and Amass?
For like content discovery,
Yeah, for content and
I
asset
use
discovery.
Dir Search. I
Okay.
use Dir Search to look for my files and folders. I'll also use Turbo Intruder
What do you use
for looking for
Intruder for?
files and folders because I can tweak it to do a lot of requests per second,
Mm-hmm.
a lot faster than like my Dir Search will go most of the time and everything. So
When do you
I
pick which one to use?
um I almost always start with Dir Search and
Okay.
run through, and unless it's like annoying me with the responses and stuff like that, like the results are getting flooded with stupid stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
in a case where the 401 is coming back for every single file name in the file or something like that, and I really want to attack the system or look for things, I'll use Turbo Intruder because you can write Python and make it do all types of like anything that you want. You can look at the response and like process it however you want and
Yeah.
decide whether or not it gets put in like the little column or not, you know? So you have a lot more control over it since you get to write Python
Yeah.
to do it all.
I've never thought of doing Turbo Intruder. I've thought about doing it with Intruder itself, just dumping a word list into it and having it do it. But
I do it with Turbo Intruder because you have so much control over it and you can make it go really fast.
earlier you mentioned something about your XSS thing with Windows. That's something JP asked, and I wanted to make sure I highlighted. He said the stored XSS payloads on MSSQL DBs. Does DogEG have any recommended reading material or research which helped them develop the payloads?
I can find the research and I can post it on my Twitter when I find it again. I don't remember who it was right off that I read their stuff from a few years ago and was able to use that information to get the bypasses that I still use right now.
Okay.
But as soon as I find it, I'll give it both to you and we can both post it on Twitter to let people go and read it and give that person credit for it.
Yeah, I think it'd be helpful for people to do their like read whatever
Oh,
you read to understand it.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool, man. I
On
mean,
Synact 15, I don't use it on Synact because I use it a lot there and I like making money with it.
that's cool. I mean, it's good to see you're using research to come up with these payloads. I would love to see that myself, so I'm gonna look out for it. And if
I
I do
got you.
see it, I'll
I'll find
retweet it.
it. I'm off work tomorrow, so I will find it either today or tomorrow because I'm planning on doing a little bit of work and hacking tomorrow anyway. So while I'm on the computer, either this evening or tomorrow, I'll find it and send it to you, and then I'll post it on Twitter as well so that people can read it and check it
Okay.
out.
Do you use any extensions in Burp at all? Do you have any favorite
I use a
extensions?
lot of extensions.
Do you
I
mind
use
pulling
a
up your
lot
Burp
of
Suite so we can kind of walk through it if you have a few minutes?
Yeah, can you take the screen off of me for just a second?
Yeah, I got you. It's on your face right now, so your screen's not being shown at all.
Okay.
I pinned your face instead of your screen. Who asked? Oh, DJ Omer asked. Okay, we'll have Tommy work on that. Angry Chair just posted a link to the billion request attack with a Turbo Intruder. Yeah, I mean I've seen Turbo Intruder. I've used it a bunch, but I just never thought of using it for brute forcing purposes, to be honest. Which is smart because it's really, really fast and it's customizable, right? It's just I've never thought of using it that way.
Alrighty.
Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, you're good. You can switch it back.
Okay. Cool. So we're on Burp Suite here, okay? Extensions, content type converter. Chat. Oh, well, that's my bad. I gotta fix it. There we go.
It won't let me make this bigger.
That's fine. I'm gonna read them off. So what I see here, let me see if I can actually do this. Hold on, I got you. I have a bad idea, but ooh, there we go. Chat, let me know if that works. May have wait, no, that does not work. What did I do? There we go. All right, it's a little bit zoomed in with the magnifier. I have no idea how I'm gonna fix this after I'm done, but we'll figure it out afterwards. That's a lot of extensions, dude. Holy crap!
Yeah, sometimes I turn them on and off and stuff like that, and I don't always have like active scan. I've got it on, but it's not currently loaded because I don't use active scan. The only time I use active scan is if I have some web app or login page or something like that that I've exhausted every other bit of testing that I'm going to do on it. I'll run active scan on it. It's kind of like a last ditch thing before I stop looking at it for a while.
Smart. That's a lot of yeah. Some of these stuff I didn't know, like the nginx alias reversal. That's smart. What is a wordless extractor?
So when it's spidering or crawling a page for you, it can build a word list for that page based on words that it's pulling from the pages that it visits.
Smart. That's dope. I gotta get better at using these. All right, tell me, what are your like top, like, if you have to, you're in a deserted island, you have to take 5 burp extensions. What are you taking with you, dude?
Uh, Extensions,
Like Burp Suite, yeah,
uh,
like these the
repeater,
plugins. Okay.
repeater, uh, decoder,
Okay.
turbo intruder.
Okay.
Um, I'm actually good with those ones, and
Okay.
maybe the request smuggler.
Do you look for a lot of
Gotta do
request
my.
smuggling bugs?
No, I haven't found any yet, but I will like run testing and stuff like that on it, depending on like how I'm how I'm approaching that target. Like
Nice.
if it's a more targeted attack because of the bounty program that I'm working on, like if it's only 2 web apps that are in scope or whatever, then I'll probably do that. But if I'm looking at a star dot something .com scope, then I may or may not end up getting to looking for request smuggling on it.
Yeah, it's request smuggling is one of those bugs. I've been fortunate enough to find a few, not by myself, to be honest. I worked with Def Param, great researcher and
Oh,
hacker, very,
nice.
very knowledgeable. I got lucky to kind of understand it. People that are interested, he did a talk on the HomCon. If you want to go check it out on my YouTube channel, it's very, very helpful.
Well,
Cool.
we might have to end up talking about it later, so you can explain it a little bit to me too.
I'll
So
be up to that. I'll be up for that for sure. Let me pin
we
you
need to
really
hack
quick.
it together soon because we haven't done it in like a couple of years.
I think I haven't hacked with you since I've been disqualified from hacking Verizon Media, because I remember those like Luminate days when you would send me a bunch of random shit while you were
That was a
running it.
lot of fun. I miss Luminate.
Yeah,
Actually, no, I don't because the program was run so bad back then
it
that yeah,
was in early
it
days of the
was.
bug bounty program. I think Chris and Sean Porras and Mac and everybody is doing a better job of
Oh,
working with their
absolutely,
researchers. Yeah.
absolutely.
All right, chat. Throw in your questions. We're gonna let Tommy go here in a minute. I appreciate you as always being open to like working with me and coming on the show. I'm gonna see if Chad has any questions. Stop asking about weed. Fuck. Someone said, "How much weed would he take on an empty island for 7 days?"
Right now, the amount with how much I'm smoking right now, maybe a half ounce. I haven't been smoking a lot lately. I'll take a couple of bong hits a day, and that's about it.
You cutting down a little bit.
Yeah,
Um, I feel it.
just kind of taking a break a little bit because just sometimes you gotta just take a break. I don't ever quit smoking completely,
Yeah, yeah.
but there's times where I slow down and take a break for a little while, and then get back to smoking just as much as I used to at some
Um,
point in the future. Probably the next time I get to travel, because then I can actually go into a dispensary and pick the kinds that I really want and stuff like that.
any final thoughts on original recon and or recommendation on developing skills?
Okay, say where's that question
It's the
so I
last
can read
question
it?
on the screen. Any final thoughts on recon or any recommendation on developing skills
And
for it?
recommendations on developing skills. Google. Learn to use Google. Google will tell you anything in the world you want to know. You just got to know how to ask it the right way. So when you are searching Google and you don't get the results that you want, change things up, change how you're asking it. Use the different Google dorks and stuff like that to really learn about the target you're going after. If you have a subdomain that is on your target company and you're not finding any files and stuff and you can't even figure out the extensions and stuff, Google other domains for the same company and see what technology they're using there. And that'll give you a good starting point on what to target on the other application or on the other server.
And to add to what you said, man, there's a bunch of times where like I'll copy the URL, so it's like something.site.com. I'll put it in quotation marks, throw it in Google, and it will bring me a bunch of results from like GitHub, node sites, like, you know, it'll be GitHub like issue that was open on some random repo that because of an app they were installing that was erroring at, and it would spit out the folders that I needed. So like, that's a very good advice for anyone that's wanting to get into Recon. Outside of just Recon itself, with anything in life you want to get better at, I think Google is a very good place to start. But it just comes down to knowing how to search for it. Yeah.
Google Foo is a... You can almost put Google Foo on your resume if you get really good enough at Googling things. Oh. Just because like people underestimate how important it is to be able to know how to talk to Google to get what you want.
That's good advice, man. Well, I appreciate you so much for always being here, man. You've been it's been very cool hanging out with you. It's not the same as seeing you in person, man, but looking forward to seeing you soon. Yeah, man, I hope so too, and I appreciate you so much. Chat, say thank you to Tommy for being here and schooling us on Recon, showing us how he does his thing, and showing us his Google dork magic. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you sometimes in the future, hopefully.
Definitely. I appreciate you having me on here, and yeah, we'll have to do it again sometime in the future as well. And we need to hack together soon. So hit me up when you want to hack sometime together soon.
I got you, man, for sure. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
See you, dude. What a guy, man. That was... Holy crap, that was a good session. What did you think, chat? Let me know what you thought in the chat. That was pretty good. That was... I get nervous bringing people onto the stream for like teaching purposes because I want to, like, while I understand that like education should be accessible and free for everybody, right? Like everyone should learn from each other, but it's also like how they make their money, right? But I'm glad I got Tommy here. Tommy's been a great friend. I'm so happy that we had him on here to show us how to do Google Dorks. I want to echo out the fact that Google is really important. So if you are getting into hacking, seriously, take his advice. Understand how to Google for things. It's beyond hacking. If you want to learn a particular thing, if you know how to look for it, if you know how to search for it, it makes your life a lot easier. Definitely a good guy. Make sure you go on Twitter, you follow him. His @ is @DDogEG. I'm gonna throw it in the chat. If you want to follow him, you should follow him for sure. He is a monster hacker, $1 million hacker on HackerOne, and has been a great friend. Also, big shout out to Angry Chair. Thank you so much for those gifted subs. I appreciate you giving those out. All right, that's it. We're gonna cut this portion off. I'm going to take a 10-second break so I can do my outro, and we're going to get into some chess games with some subs and some of our guests. Be right back.